Something happens every couple of months on social media. You start seeing the same person over and over. At first you think it's just your algorithm. Then one of your friends brings them up and you realize it's not just your own feed. This person is everywhere. It happened with Adrien, it happened with Kai Cenat, it happened with Speed, and most recently it's happening with Deen the Great. Now people assume it's just because they pay clip pages, but that's not it, because all the top creators pay them too. What they actually use is a pattern you've probably seen dozens of times but never noticed. I call it the hate me then love me game plan. Whether you think it's genius or manipulative, after this video you'll start seeing it everywhere. Today we're gonna break down how Deen the Great and Adrien Broner have managed to take over everyone's feed using this exact playbook. But first, if you don't know who Deen is, here's some quick context.
Shit, I started YouTube when I got fired from Sky Zone. I was making $8 an hour, I had $20 in money, I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. And so these YouTubers that I knew, they showed me they was making like 40 bands a month, faking pranks. I'm like, damn, they making like 2-3 bands a day. They put me on.
He was making fake pranking content. Remember that, because it's important later on. As Deen started growing, he did something almost every creator who explodes eventually does. He started beefing with people with more influence than him. Now, some would say this isn't the best strategy, and honestly, if your goal is to be liked, it's probably not. But if your goal is attention, it works, because people will hate watch. Floyd Mayweather was one of the most hated athletes on the planet during his prime, and millions of people tuned in hoping he'd lose. And this same thing happens with a lot of the political commentary channels, and the same thing happened with Neon when he first started making content that was kind of crazy and a little racist.
And another black guy, my dad fired her, or it was a girl. He fired her because she's, you know, they're fucking lazy and just stupid.
Viewers don't just watch people they love, they watch people they love to hate.
Go make a quesadilla, you fat bitch. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Go make me a quesadilla.
Now, while Deen was starting to get a little bit more hate views, this happened.
You guys want to tell me to get it? Oh!
And now everybody knows who he is. And once everyone knows your name, all the other influencers want a piece of that attention. Like, hey bro, come on the podcast. Come explain yourself on my stream. Everybody wants to share that attention that you have. Now, Deen said this slap wasn't staged, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. And honestly, it doesn't matter, because the fact that it happened was enough. And on top of that, a few days later, this happens.
Are you the guy that got slapped on video?
I did, but I'll slap the shit out you though.
Oh,
you will?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna show you the inside of the house.
I'll make you another clip. Don't do that.
Seriously?
Don't do that.
Now, people aren't just watching anymore, they're getting entertained. And streaming is basically modern reality TV. The more drama, the more people watch. There's literally a guy online whose entire content is booting people's cars and arguing with them when they get mad. Millions of views, not because people care about parking, but because people care about the drama. But Deen also was doing something else. He was willing to do what nobody else was willing to do. Not only getting embarrassed on camera, but getting beat up on camera. Now that it's happened a second time, the audience starts to switch, because people love seeing a trash talker get humbled, yes, but nobody likes seeing someone get kicked while they're down. Eventually you stop laughing at them and start rooting for them, and that's when the hate starts turning into support. And the timing couldn't have been better, because right when that shift happens, he teams up with someone that everybody wants to see win, Adrien Broner. One of the most entertaining boxers of his generation, not just in the ring, but on the microphone too.
It's time to cash checks and have sex, man.
Now you have two people chasing redemption, two people everyone has an opinion on, are now creating content together. And then they do something that's kind of outside of the playbook, but is such a good bonus if you're willing to do it. And that's the sus jokes. Because nothing is guaranteed to make people laugh than pretending to be gay for whatever reason. That was one of Adin Ross's biggest tactics to get views early on. But the point of this video is that creators understand something that most people miss, and that's attention comes first, then entertainment, and then loyalty. The audience doesn't start by loving you. Most of the time, they start by talking about you, then watching you, then rooting for you. And once you see that pattern, you'll start noticing it everywhere. So no, the lesson isn't that you should go start fake drama tomorrow. The lesson is that the biggest creators understand how to create a story people can't stop following. If you want more breakdowns like this and want to learn how creators are actually growing, you can join our free creator community. The link's in the description. We talk content, growth, monetization, and everything that's working right now.